Is this the definition of hypocrite?
And I certainly will not be choosing people to date that work under me. Let me just say that. We are at a place in society where things happen in people's relationships, husband and wife. Sometimes there are outside relationships. I don't think that that's what the community is concerned about, although there might be a moral breaking in that. I think that what citizens are really, really concerned about is if you chose to have inappropriate contact with employees. I mean, there's nothing that I can say on it other than it is distracting. It is certainly inappropriate.
This office is about the people of Fulton County, and the people of Fulton County deserve the very best, because they deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees, because they deserve a DA that won't put money in their own pocket, because we deserve better.
What's going on, crew? Welcome back to the show. I'm so glad you were able to make it. It was the weekend, and you know what? Your boy missed you, and hopefully you missed your boy too. Now, before we get into the news, I'm just going to say, crew, you already know what to do. But if you're new, I'm just going to ask if you could be ever so kind as to drop a token in the tip cup, because your support fuels the journey, and I'm grateful for all the support that I can get. Now, let's go ahead and get into the news.
District Attorney Fani Willis.
Today, a special state Senate committee formed to investigate Willis and the special prosecutor she began a relationship with met for the very first time. Atlanta News First political reporter Doug Reardon live at the state capitol where that hearing was held.
And Doug, this bipartisan panel will also track how money paid by Willis's office to Wade was actually spent.
They tracking that bread. They gonna track the bread. It's all gonna lead back.
Right. They'll be investigating how state and federal funds were spent by the district attorney's office. As you mentioned, that committee met here in this room in the Capitol for the very first time today. It will be far from their last meeting, though. And they said they've already gotten voluntary requests from people inside the DA's office, whistleblowers, to come and offer their depositions to this committee. And there's a good chance that at some point they're also going.
Wait, they said whistleblowers, meaning more than one. I knew about the other woman that she fired last week. Everyone heard that audio. I missed doing a video on that, but I'm sure you guys heard about that. So the fact that there's more than one now, things really just got interesting.
Hear from the district attorney herself.
This is not any type of political witch hunt. This is a quest for the truth.
Committee chairman in Athens, Republican Senator Bill Couser, assuring during the panel's first meeting Friday that their investigation will be fair and bipartisan,
With no intention whatsoever of interfering with the criminal justice system.
What the panel will do is investigate the now admitted relationship DA Fani Willis shared with attorney Nathan Wade, the top prosecutor on the historic election indictment against former President Donald Trump and his allies. They'll also look into allegations of misuse state and federal funds brought forth by whistleblowers in Willis's own office who
Like I said, once you bring in the whistleblowers, unless you're going to try and discredit them, I mean, they were actually there. You're going to say they're lying? Oh my goodness, Fanni. Oh, Fanni. This is a soap opera, man. I swear.
volunteered their closed-door testimony.
You lose the confidence of the public in the fairness of our criminal justice system if they think prosecutors are engaging in prosecution so that their lovers can get rich.
Made up of 6 Republicans and 3 Democratic state senators. The panel will also likely subpoena Willis's testimony as well.
I don't think she would participate in answering questions that seem like it is a witch hunt on.
Oh, now it seems like a witch hunt. Now it's a witch hunt. Okay. Oh, sis, you being blind right now, Auntie. You being blind. You blinded, Auntie. Don't pull the race card. Don't pull the race card.
Some of it is very personal. I just don't think she would participate in it.
When the investigation ends, likely well past the close of this legislative session, they'll produce a report on their findings and may suggest additions or changes to state law.
Maybe there need to be some rules about relationships between special prosecutors and the person hiring them and approving their bills.
I would think that there's already rules in place, like as far as the ethics committee goes. Like I know on the medical side of things, like you can lose your license, or even if you're a lawyer, you can lose your license just for doing some unethical, shady shit. So I don't know why it would be any different here, especially since they are lawyers, right? But I'm not a lawyer. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. But I would think or believe that if you're doing some shady shit that brings shame onto the office itself, right? Then that's a no-go, in my personal opinion.
Our job's not to go after any person, but it's to make sure this doesn't happen again. Let's get Georgia laws amended or implemented that can restore faith and confidence in our judicial system.
And so this investigation will now take a few months to complete. 2 things this committee cannot do: They cannot remove the district attorney from this indictment or from office in general, and they also cannot criminally charge anyone at all. From the state capitol tonight, Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.
All right, you just got finished hearing that report. They're saying that that particular panel, they're not going to be able to remove Fanni or Wade from the case, and they're not going to be able to prosecute her or anything like that because of this misconduct. But that's just about bringing shame onto the office in itself. What they're actually talking about as far as like the other whistleblowers is the fact that she may have actually been misusing campaign funds and she may actually have been misusing funds from the office in order to enrich themselves. So if they can actually prove, which I think whistleblowers are actually going to be able to prove, that she actually having a relationship with Nathan Wade before she hired him on this particular case, then that's going to show that she actually had a plan to enrich themselves, especially since this brother has had no experience on any high level cases like this. And the people he is in charge of, he's the lead counsel of, right, have way more experience than he does. So why is he getting paid all of these funds? It's only because of the relationship, clearly, that he has with his side chick, Fani Willis. That's it. That's all it can really be. So let's go ahead and get some more information about these whistleblowers.
Several whistleblowers are eager to come forward and testify that Willis misused state and federal funds. Now an emergency hearing is scheduled for this week. News Nation's Elizabeth Pran joins us live from Atlanta. Elizabeth, what do we know about these whistleblowers? Any idea who they are?
Yeah, no, we don't know who they are. We did hear from the lawmakers on Friday, and they told us that they have these whistleblowers. They tell us that they have.
It's going down, y'all. They got the whistleblowers on deck. I don't know what Fanni and Wade are going to do. Short of saying they're lying, I don't really know how they're going to get around this. I think the house of cards is all coming down.
Quite a few of them who are eager. So two things working against the DA, not only the state lawmakers with those alleged whistleblowers, but also lawyers.
She looks stressed.
Say they have proof that she was lying before this trial or these allegations ever began. So Ashley Merchant is the prosecuting attorney here. She claims that the affair with special prosecutor Nathan Wade began long before this racketeering case. And she says that's contrary to an official affidavit just about a week ago from Willis. So she writes in part, this is a motion that was filed on Friday. Since Willis and Wade were not forthright about their relationship in the first instance, there is no reason to believe they are telling the truth now.
That's true. It goes against their character. It really does. Word is right now that there's actually some whistleblowers who are going to say they actually have proof that she was actually living with Nathan Wade at one point, and that he had to move out once she moved her pops into the crib. So I don't know if that's true or not, but allegedly they got some whistleblowers who are actually going to attest to that being a fact. We'll see. That's all we can do right now is we'll see.
So Merchant represents Michael Roman. He is one of the co-defendants with former President Donald Trump. She says she has a paper trail to prove it. She says she has plane tickets. She has bank statements. She says she has documents that claims Wade has billed Willis at least $728,000 in legal fees.
Wait. Hold on. I thought it was $650 at first. Now it's up to $728. Man, this is something.
Fees so far. The DA's office is obviously trying to dismiss the evidentiary hearing that you mentioned. That's scheduled for this Thursday. But pressure is growing on her by the day. We are hearing from State Senator Bill Cowsert. He is spearheading that. Claims that he has multiple employees who are eager to take the stand. He met with reporters on Friday saying, you lose the confidence of the public in the fairness of our criminal justice system if they think prosecutors are engaging in prosecution so their lovers can get rich and they can share the benefits of that.
Here's my take on all of this. This ish is wild. Literally, this is some wild ass ish. It's like trying to herd cats at a catnip convention. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Fanni is like the queen bee of legal drama right now, and she isn't just riding the wave of a high profile Rico case against President Trump. Oh no. She's spicing things up by getting her cheeks clapped by her lead counsel. You can't make this shit up. Now look, I'm all for love and everything like that. I truly am, but not if it's somebody's spouse. Not for that. But right, you can't be busting it wide open for your lead counsel while at the same time trying to indict a former president on some BS Rico charge. That's just like mixing oil and water. It don't go. It don't mix. Take this. Fanni said she'd never date a subordinate because she's not like her predecessor. Oh, look how the tables have turned. It's like saying you would never eat the last slice of pizza. You turn around and bam, that shit's gone. Hold on, I got more. Fanni is now tangled up in a bipartisan committee investigation, and they're not just accusing her of getting her cheeks clapped by lover boy Nathan Wade. Let's just refer to him as Tyrone. Oh no, they're dropping bombs like misusing taxpayer funds. This is like watching a political soap opera on steroids, but guess what? It's real life. Fanni's in full defense mode right now, waving the I'm innocent flag all high and shit, but whistleblowers are popping up out of the shadows like roaches when you flick the lights on, talking about some, oh no, honey. She been dipping her hand inside the taxpayer cookie jar. At this point, it isn't just a career hit. It's a full-blown carnival of shame. I mean, even Marjorie Taylor Green has jumped on the train filing an ethics complaint. It's like throwing an extra scoop of chaos on top of an already overflowing sundae. Family, here's the grand finale. Fanni might actually get snatched up off this case faster than a wig in a street fight. I mean, there could actually be literal jail time coming her way. Jail time could be knocking on her door like the cousin you borrowed $100 from. Okay, let me get serious for a second. All right, I got to get serious for a second before I lose it. I got some questions for you. Should personal misconduct while holding public office impact a public servant's career? And secondly, all right, this is a double, it's a twofer, right? Secondly, do you believe Fani Willis is guilty or innocent? Let me know in the comments, right? That's all I got for today, folks. If you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more like it, make sure you hit that like button and please consider subscribing to the channel. And I thank you in advance for checking out my other videos. So until I see you on the next one, I'll catch you in the comments. I'm gone.